So let's have a look at how easy it is to actually configure and set up an MCP server to finance and operations. I'm just going to create, I'm in Copilot Studio, I'm just going to create a standard agent here, give it some instruction to be a configurator agent and what it should do for me. And then it goes out and it provisions the agent inside of the agent builder, which is the Copilot Studio in this case. Now, the Copilot Studio will connect to the MCP server using the tools. So there's a lot of data that you can put in here, knowledge and so stuff like that. And you might want to kind of configure and set up the instructions. But let's just go ahead and click the tools in here now. I'll add a tool and you see that we have the choices for MCP server. Now the new MCP server is already here. It's called MCP Preview. And you see the legacy one that we already have, which is the Dataverse Active one, is also here. But let's activate this. You click it and it will pull up this authentication screen. Now you have to pick the account that you want to authenticate with. I'll just create here, log on, and this user is also the one that will gain access to every single capability inside the ERP based on the security role that this user is set up with. So if you want a limited access, you would actually pick a different user. I'm going to pick one with system access. So now let's have this set up. Now once this is added, you see it adds in the background, but then it goes in and goes into the configuration for this. This is where we will see. So if you got a success, you will see that it will actually load in the tools. On top, you have the configuration. There's no inputs needed. The tools will then be returned from the server if it finds it. Now, in my case, I'm on 10.046, which I experienced had to go in and you had to flight the actual agents inside of the feature management. But for 10.045, I've seen this just work out of the box. So 10.046, what I did this just refresh here and I got this error message. Then I clicked it and I saw that it would actually, let's say when you click it, it says that I have to activate the server, which means the endpoint's there and I get an error. So what I thought was, okay, so let me go back into finance and operations and I'll go to the feature management. So I just went in. I had to reload. And the benefit of this is, of course, that you can decide to turn it off or on however you want it, but we have to flight it. So again, 10.046, this is my experience on how my environment was done, but I've had colleagues and other people in the community actually just go in and use the MCP server without doing this flighting. But here you see it now, and I'll enable it. It wasn't here before, so I think it provisioned this when I actually connected to it from the Copilot Studio, because this wasn't active earlier today. Now I'll click this and I'll go in and refresh, and you see we'll pull out all of the different tools. There are 14 tools it uses to navigate, and once you get this connected, this is basically all that you need. So once it gets all the tools, here you are, the 14 ones that we need to make this work. Now let's go and have a test, right? So let's have a look here. I'm just going to list the legal entities in my environment and group them by geographical location. So see, it goes in, authenticates the MCP, and then it starts to go to work, tries to find the legal entities, goes in, finds the menu items, goes in and opens up all of these, and then starts writing out. Here are the grouping of the different legal entities by geographical region. So that's it. Happy DAXing. Hope you are able to get some real value out of this as well. I'm really excited, so stay tuned.